Hello and welcome back to my channel Call Center Certified Trainer. In these videos, in this video and the connected videos to the same topic, we will be discussing about sales. Sale is part of every job, whether you are working as an accountant or a banker or a telemarketer, customer services, whether you are working anywhere in the world, you are actually connected directly with sales. And this is actually why, because somehow you have to convince someone on your job, whether it's your boss, whether you're talking to a client or a customer or anyone. Because normally sale is considered as when you are purchasing something or you are selling something, but that is not true. When you are convincing the other person on your terms or convincing someone on your point of view, that is called sales. Because sale is not connected with buying or selling something. So let's discuss in detail. Have you ever thought about giving an interview and you're thinking about that interview, what kind of question they will ask you? Did you have to prepare those questions or not? What kind of answer you have to come up with? Whether you're doing anything preparing an interview, you actually preparing yourself to convince the other party, the person who's taking your interview. And that is also a part of sales too. Marketing is directly connected with sales too. Any field you are working in, any kind of business you are doing, you are actually doing a sales business. But I understand in Call Center Certified Trainer channel, we will be discussing about sales, which are telemarketing sales. But this training is useful for everyone. Everyone who's watching this video can take advantage, can learn how to save their jobs, how to become more profitable on their jobs, how to become more productive on their job. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so we can provide you this kind of videos more and more, and you can learn more and more about the call centers and the other sessions. Let's begin. First of all, telemarketing sales is a kind of field where you are calling a customer, convincing that customer to purchase a product from you. Now, this is a difficult task. No doubt about that, because if you're calling a customer and you are pitching about a product, you actually telling them to purchase that product on that call or possibly in the follow-up calls, but in between you and the customer, the only connection is your voice and the words you are choosing during that call. And if you do have convincing power, you can convince them to purchase the product. But this is not that easy. It sounds easy, but people who did telemarketing or who are planning to do telemarketing, they know this job is not that easy. Selling on phone is one of the most difficult jobs. But do remember, convince the customer with knowledge. Convince the customer with product, detail. Convince the customer with logics. But do not convince the customer by using false or wrong ways. Do not scam customers, as we discussed in the previous videos. So let's discuss one by one which are the most important skills you need to have in yourself. First of all, you should have excellent listening skills. If you pay more and more attention to customer, because what customer is telling you is the main thing you need to have full understanding, because without the understanding, you will not be able to get the exact idea what customer actually want. Because if you know what customer want, it will be easier for you to sell. If you don't know what customer actually required, it will be very difficult for you to sell. So pay more and more attention to what customer is trying to tell you. Because most of the telemarketers, what they do, this is a major mistake. They concentrate on the pitch. They concentrate what they have to tell the customer. They don't concentrate what customer is asking them or what customer is telling them. So if you want to become an excellent telemarketer, what you have to do, work on your listening skills. Listening skills is important. If you're missing one word, that means there's a possibility you won't be able to understand the whole sentence. If you cannot understand the whole sentence, that means you are missing a very important part of the call. And if you're missing that important part of the call, you might be missing a potential sale. So listening skills is important. My suggestion, people who speaks English as their first language, they should not have any problem other than the concentration. They need to concentrate on the call. They need to listen to the customer very carefully. But of course, there will be no problem in understanding the customer because listening skills require understanding as well. People who speak English as their second language, they need to work on this skill. How you can do it? By watching videos, by watching some English movies, or attending these kind of sessions. If you understand me word by word, even though compared to a customer, probably I'm speaking a little bit with less speed, but customer might have different speeds. So if you're watching this video, if you understand everything, that means you need to work a little bit more than that to polish these skills. Make sure every time you're watching a video or a movie, pay more and more attention to every word. If you understand every word, you should be understanding the meaning of these words too. That's how you can improve your listening skills. It's a practice. There are no kind of training you can get, but this is a practice within yourself. Work on it, and day by day you will see the improvement in your listening skills. Now, other than that, general concept about sale is that if there is a need, there is a sale. Now, let me explain this term. Suppose if I want to buy a pair of shoes, okay? If I go to a shoe store and I'm actually checking around the possible options, the pair of shoe which I would like to buy, that means I am a potential customer. If I don't want to purchase a pair of shoe, I would not go to a shoe shop. So a customer who needs something, you can sell a product, the suitable product on that customer. If that customer do not need that stuff, whatever you say, whatever you do, that customer will not purchase the product. So what you need to do, you need to find if that customer required to have that product or customer might be interested in that product or not. How you can do it? By building a conversation with the customer. Now this is our next topic in this training, building a conversation with the customer. Whether you're working as a shopkeeper or a sales rep or a telemarketer or customer services rep or wherever you are working, when you are speaking with the customer and you are having a healthy conversation with the customer, that means that conversation might lead to a potential sale. If you lose control on that conversation, somehow customer take total control on that conversation and you are losing your control, that means that customer might ask you so many questions, but at the end you will not get any sale. Having a controlled conversation is very important for any sale. Now, suppose if I am a telemarketer, okay, I am calling a customer and selling a cell phone plan. Customer already have a cell phone. They will ask me few basic questions. What is your plan price? What kind of features you have in your plan? What is the monthly billing date? How much data you are providing in these plans, etc., etc. But the point is, when customer is asking these kind of questions, that means you are having a healthy conversation with the customer. every answer should be end with another question, a question asked by the sales rep. If a customer is asking me how much is the price of this package, and my answer should be the price of this package will be $24.95 plus taxes. So $24.95 plus taxes. If I am stopping here, if I am not asking another question after that, it means I am giving the control of the call back in customer's hand. If you want to close that sale, my answer should be ending with another question asked by me. What kind of features you are looking to get in a plan? Then customer will answer that question in a positive way. If customer is asking more and more questions, that means customer has most of the call control in their hand. That should not happen. I am not saying we are trying to scam a customer, but taking a control on the call is very important even for a positive and a legit sale. Control on the call is important.